Ever wonder how to score the cheapest flights for your next adventure? It's a question that's crossed the minds of many a wanderluster, and for good reason. The art of budget travel, after all, is a dance delicately choreographed around the rhythm of affordable flights. Now what if I told you that this dance, this art, is one you too can master? From the outside looking in, it may seem like an elusive skill, kept under lock and key by seasoned globetrotters. But let me assure you, it's not some arcane knowledge, it's a craft honed by practice, patience, and probably a few missteps along the way. The crux of affordable travel, you see, isn't just about finding the cheapest hostel or the most cost-effective meals. It's about the journey itself, and more specifically, how you get there, the flights. They're often the most substantial expense in your travel budget, and as such, scoring a cheap flight can be the difference between that dream vacation and another year of wishful thinking. So, how do you land these mythical cheap flights? Well, that's what we're here to explore. Over the next several minutes, we'll be delving into the world of budget travel, specifically focusing on the strategies, tips, and tricks that can help you secure the most affordable flights. We'll be looking at when to book, how to use flight comparison tools effectively, some little-known hacks for getting the best deals, and how to avoid those sneaky extra costs that can sneak up on you. All of this with the aim of helping you become a master of budget travel in 2024. So whether you're a seasoned traveler looking to stretch your budget further or a newbie preparing for your first big adventure, there's something in here for you. It's not about the destination after all, but the journey. And the journey begins long before you take off. It starts here with planning, researching, and yes, learning the art of scoring cheap flights. Ready to become a master of affordable travel? Buckle up because we're diving in. Timing, as they say, is everything, especially when it comes to booking your flights. Now, let's delve into the art of timing. The price of airfare can fluctuate wildly depending on when you book. To score the best deals, you'll want to keep a few key time frames in mind. Firstly, consider the season. Airfare tends to be pricier during peak travel times, such as summer and holiday periods. The trick? Opt for off-peak seasons. Not only will you save on flights, but you'll also dodge the tourist crowds. The shoulder seasons, that's spring and fall, often offer the sweet spot of affordable travel and decent weather. Next up, the day of the week. Did you know that the cheapest day to fly is usually Wednesday? That's right. Mid-week departures tend to be more wallet-friendly than weekend ones. So, if you're flexible with your travel dates, try to fly out on a Tuesday or Wednesday. But what about the time of the day? Early morning flights or red-eyes might not be the most convenient, but they can save you a pretty penny. Plus, you'll have more time to explore your destination. Now, let's talk about the golden hour for booking. No, it's not the time when everything is bathed in a warm golden light. In the world of budget travel, the golden hour refers to the optimal time to book your flight. Historically, flights are cheapest around 6 to 8 weeks before departure. However, this isn't a hard and fast rule. Prices can vary greatly depending on the route and time of year, so keep an eye on flight prices and be ready to pounce when they dip. And lastly, remember to avoid booking on weekends. Airlines often raise their prices on Friday and drop them again on Monday, so hold out if you can. Remember, the early bird might get the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese, or in this case, the cheapest flights. So be patient, be flexible, and keep these timing tips in mind. Your wallet will thank you. In the world of cheap travel, comparison is more than just the thief of joy. It's the bringer of bargains. Welcome to the digital age, where comparing flight prices doesn't mean flipping through countless travel magazines or calling up every airline. No, nowadays it's all about surfing the web and letting comparison tools do the heavy lifting. Let's dive into some of the best flight comparison tools and how you can use them effectively. First up, we have Skyscanner. This site scans through millions of flights from over 1,000 airlines like a hawk eyeing its prey. It's easy to use and offers flexible search options. You can search for flights to anywhere if you're feeling adventurous, or you can let it show you when it's cheapest to fly by selecting cheapest month. Next is Google Flights. It's like the Google of, well, flights. You can quickly compare prices from different airlines, view price trends, and even get alerted when prices for your chosen destination drop. It's also integrated with Google's vast data, so it can even suggest cheaper nearby airports. Pretty neat, right? Then there's Kayak, a tool that searches hundreds of travel sites at once. It has a feature called Explore, which shows you a map with prices to different destinations. So if you're not sure where to go, Kayak can give you a world of options, literally. Lastly, we have Momondo. a colorful and user-friendly tool. It offers a Flight Insight feature that gives you data on when to book, what day to fly, and even what airport to fly from. It's like your personal travel guru. Now a pro tip, don't limit yourself to one tool. Use them all. Each tool has its strengths and weaknesses, and they may offer different prices. So cross-reference to ensure you're getting the best deal. And remember, clear your browser cookies or use incognito mode to avoid price hikes. These tools are smart, but you can be smarter. Armed with these tools, you'll be a budget travel ninja in no time. So go forth, compare, and conquer those affordable travel deals. Happy budget traveling, folks. Ready for some insider secrets? Let's talk hacks. In the world of affordable travel, knowledge truly is power. So let's arm ourselves with some lesser-known strategies to score those coveted cheap travel deals. First up, we have the incognito mode. You may have used it for, well, other reasons, but did you know it can be your secret weapon for budget travel in 2024? Here's how it works. Ever noticed how flight prices mysteriously hike up after you've searched for them a couple of times? That's because airlines and travel sites track your visits and subtly increase prices. By using incognito mode on your browser, your search history remains untracked, keeping those prices honest and low. Next on our list, sign up for airline newsletters. It may seem like a small step, but it's one that packs a punch. Airlines often offer special promotions and flash sales exclusively to their newsletter subscribers. So, while your inbox might get a tad more crowded, it's a small price to pay for a big payoff. Lastly, let's consider alternative airports. If you're flexible with your departure or arrival airport, you can potentially shave off a significant chunk from your travel costs. Major airports might offer more flight options, but smaller, less congested airports often have cheaper fees and lower flight prices. But wait, there's more. Don't forget about airfare alert services. These services monitor flight prices for you and send you an alert when prices drop. It's like having a personal budget travel assistant who works round the clock. So there you have it. Incognito mode, airline newsletters, alternative airports, and airfare alert services. Your new arsenal for traveling on a budget. Remember, when it comes to budget travel, every penny counts. So go forth and conquer those flight deals, and soon you'll be jetting off to your favorite destinations without breaking the bank. Cheap flights aren't always as cheap as they seem. Let's talk about avoiding those sneaky extra costs. You've scored an amazing deal on a flight. You're ready to jet off on your next adventure. But then you notice a slew of extra charges creeping into your final bill. It's a common scenario for many budget travelers, but there are ways to sidestep these hidden expenses and keep your travel costs truly affordable. First up, let's talk about baggage fees. Some airlines might offer a seemingly unbeatable fare only to charge an arm and a leg for checking in your bags. So how do you avoid this? Pack light, my friends. Learn the art of minimalist packing and embrace carry-on only travel. Not only does this save you money, but it also saves you time at the airport. No more waiting at the luggage carousel for that elusive suitcase. Next, consider seat selection fees. Yes, it's nice to choose your seat, especially on long-haul flights, but is it worth the extra cost? If possible, opt for random seat assignment. Chances are you'll end up with a decent seat anyway. If you're traveling with a companion and you both get assigned random seats, you can always try asking fellow passengers if they wouldn't mind swapping. Now, let's tackle in-flight purchases. Those tiny bottles of wine and packets of peanuts might seem tempting, but they can quickly add up. My advice: bring your own snacks and a reusable water bottle to fill up after security. Many airlines allow you to bring your own food on board, so why not prepare a tasty sandwich or some fresh fruit to enjoy mid-flight? Finally, always read the fine print. Some airlines have additional charges for things like printing your boarding pass at the airport, or even for using a credit card to book your flight. Remember, knowledge is power. The more you know about these potential extra costs, the better equipped you are to avoid them. With these tips, you'll avoid those sneaky extra costs and keep your travel budget intact. Now that you're a pro at finding cheap flights, let's talk about making the most of your travel budget. It's not just about the flight tickets, it's about the whole journey. So how do you ensure that your hard-earned money takes you as far as possible? Here are some tips. Firstly, choose an affordable destination. This might sound obvious, but certain places are just naturally cheaper than others. Think Southeast Asia versus Western Europe. Cost of living, accommodation, food, and activities can vary greatly from one place to another. So, do some research and choose wisely. Secondly, look for cheap accommodations. There's no rule that says you have to stay in a 5-star hotel to enjoy your trip. There are plenty of budget-friendly options out there. Consider hostels, guest houses, or even camping, and don't forget about services like Airbnb, where you can rent a room or even an entire apartment for less than the cost of a hotel. Thirdly, eat like a local. Often the best and most affordable food can be found at local markets or street food stalls. Not only is this a great way to save money, but it's also a fantastic opportunity to experience the local culture and cuisine. Another tip is to use public transportation whenever possible. Taxis and private cars can quickly eat into your budget. Buses, trains, and subways are usually much cheaper and can be a fun way to see the city. Finally, consider traveling during the off-peak season. Not only are flights often cheaper, but accommodation and activities can be as well. Plus, you'll avoid the crowds. In conclusion, making the most of your travel budget is all about making smart choices. From where you go to where you stay to how you get around, every decision can help stretch your budget further. And remember, it's not about how much money you spend, but the experiences you gain and the memories you make. Remember, budget travel isn't about missing out. It's about making the most of every dollar. That's a wrap on our guide to scoring the cheapest flights. We've journeyed through the skies of budget travel, and I hope we've left you with a stash of tips and tricks to help you navigate the world of affordable travel. Let's take a moment to recap what we've covered. We started with the art of scoring cheap flights, where we learned that patience, flexibility, and a little bit of research can go a long way. Remember, the airline industry is as unpredictable as the weather, so keep an eye out for those unexpected deals. Next, we delved into the world of booking and discovered that timing is everything. We found out that the best times to book are typically on a Tuesday or Wednesday, about 6 weeks before your travel date. But don't forget, every destination and airline is different, so always double check. From there, we armed ourselves with the power of comparison tools. These handy digital allies can help you find the best deals, compare prices, and even alert you when prices drop. Just remember to clear your cookies or use incognito mode to keep those prices honest. We then ventured into the realm of hacks for the best deals. Remember, being flexible with your destinations and dates can lead to some fantastic finds. And don't overlook the potential of budget airlines, just be aware of their extra fees. Speaking of fees, we also discussed how to avoid extra costs. We learned the importance of packing light to dodge those baggage fees and how bringing your own snacks and entertainment can save you a few bucks. Finally, we explored how to make the most of your budget. We talked about considering alternative airports, using points and miles wisely, and even taking advantage of layovers to get more bang for your buck. Now it's your turn to put these strategies into action. The world of budget travel is vast and filled with potential, and we're confident these tips will help you unlock it. But we're not done exploring just yet. We want to keep sharing and learning with you. So tell us, what's your favorite budget travel destination? Drop it in the comments below and we might just create a video about it. Also, if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to join us on more budget travel adventures, hit that subscribe button. Remember, every like, comment, and subscription helps us bring you more content on how to travel on a budget. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Budget Travel 2024. Safe travels and happy budgeting. Now we want to hear from you. Share your favorite budget travel destination in the comments below, and we'll create a video about it. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more budget travel tips, safe travels, and happy budgeting.